Last few games before the All-Star break, we're going to break down the Warriors at the Rockets and the Heat at the Mavericks. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andy from WagerTalk. You guys know what to do. Smash that like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what play you like tonight. We tread lightly with some of these games before the All-Star break, but official client plays have been going great. We're on a 10-1 NBA run and 19-5. We've got a special coming up for that. But let's jump into this Warriors and Rockets game here. So let's see what's going on here. So the Rockets had lost 6 straight games, and then they win 2 in a row. But the wins are not the greatest wins in the world. They beat a bad Toronto team, and then just an absolutely cratering uh, Phoenix team. The last 7 games are 14th in defense. They're 24th in offense. So this is a team that prided itself on really, really good defense, but that just hasn't really been the case over the last, week, 2 weeks. So we moved to the Warriors. Warriors are 14th in offense, 11th in defense, and they're 2-1 with Jimmy Butler. 2 of the wins against the Bucks. No Giannis, and losing or beating the Bulls. The Bulls have kind of given up. We watched Detroit have 2 field days in a row against them. And then they lose to the Mavericks. Here's the thing with the Warriors. So last night when they lose to the Mavericks, 2 guys that started, Buddy Hield and Post, played a combined 41 minutes and they had 8 points. And you go back and you look at the Warriors' wins, and it's not necessarily what Steph Curry is doing or what Draymond is doing or even what Butler is doing, because we kind of know what we're going to get from them. For Golden State, it really does come down to what are these other guys doing? Is Buddy Hield going to show up? Are some of these role players going to score points and contribute? Because if they do, then Golden State's got a good chance to be one of the better teams in the Western Conference. If those guys are going to lay eggs like they did in the last game, then they're in trouble. So let's take a look at the WagerTalk live odds page. And this is a 6-point favorite for Houston, and the over-under is sitting at 218. And I'm just going to roll the dice that the Golden State Warriors are going to get some decent production from some of these role players against this Houston team that I'm not really a believer in their last 2 wins. I'm going to take the 6 points with Golden State. I don't like favorites that like right before the All-Star break, and I got burned by it yesterday when I tried to predict the Minnesota domination over Milwaukee, and it bit me there. So I'm going to take Golden State to finish this part of the regular season real strong. And if you're looking for a player prop, here's an interesting one. Jalen Green, under 23.5 points, played Golden State 12 times. He's never gone over this number, and his numbers are awful against Golden State. He's only averaging 12.8 points. He's shooting 28% from the field against them, and he's gone under in his last 2 regular season games and 4 out of 6. So Jalen Green under 23.5 points. For whatever reason, he does not play well against Golden State. So we've got some unders this season against them. So this is not, you go back a few years, but this is long-term and short-term that he just doesn't go over against Golden State. So we'll look at Jalen Green under his point total, and we're also going to look at the Golden State +6. I mentioned we've got a special that you can get. We're running a 30-day special. This is instant discount down to $8 a day. This is a site-wide special, but realistically, we've got so many plays, even though NBA is on break and NHL is doing their tournament. Like, for example, today, we've got a golf play up. We've got several darts plays that are up. We've got a 5% UFC best bet that goes off this weekend. So you're seeing a lot of these sports really, really come through. Tennis. Our tennis department is on a huge run, 76-38 over the last 8 months. So we're continuing to build bankrolls with some of these sports that are a little bit off the radar. And, that I know college basketball is big right now, but these lines are really soft in the sports that we handicap. This is how we've been building bankrolls for the last few years. It's why we're number 1 the last 2 years. We're up 16 units over the last 30 days. So can't beat that. Love the trajectory that we're on. So coming off a sweep in NBA last night, that moves us to 10-1 on the NBA hidden gems that we post on WagerTalk. That's now a 19-5 NBA run. So really, really happy with that. And all these plays are going to be included. So 30 days, less than $8 a day. It's a great way to take advantage of some of these sports that maybe you're not aware of, or some of these sports that, you haven't really dabbled in. This is our bread and butter. This is what we do. So nobody's won more units the last 2 years. Take advantage of that. WT.buzz/AL. Let's move to the next game. We got the Heat and the Mavericks. Take a look at the WagerTalk live odds page. Pretty close to a pick 'em, -1. everywhere, -2 on Miami at Caesars, actually. And you've got the total holding strong. It's probably 221.5 at most places. So we got the Mavericks have won 3 out of the last 4, and the loss was a 1-point overtime loss. And this is with them basically having no centers, which is crazy. The last 7 games, 24th defensively, 12th in offense, and the Heat, the last 7 games, 16th defensively, dead last in offense. Dead last. They have no offense going. So when we're looking at this one, this is just a really, really tough game to try and pick. I will take an ever so slight lean to the under. I think this is a Miami team that is just really, really struggling to score. And to try and get to 221 feels like a lot. Kyrie's been playing really well, but I'm just not seeing a lot of points in this one. This is not a very, very strong opinion. But I will give you a player prop that has been hitting a lot recently, and that's Bam Adebayo over his point total. They bumped it up to 18.5. This guy's had 18 or more points in 8 straight games. He's getting 16 shots per game. He's shooting 52.3% from the field, and he's making 3.5 free throws per game. I mean, Dallas is starting Prosper and Kessler Edwards as their center and power forward. They are so thin in the front court. So Bam has been feasting on some of these teams that don't have great front courts, and this is, to me, the definition of not a great front court. I know Kessler Edwards is pretty good on defense, doesn't give you much on offense, but I think Bam Adebayo should be able to take advantage and get over this point total again. He's kind of been the only consistent guy from Miami contributing. So, again, nothing too strong on the spread or the total. A slight lean to the under, but it's certainly not going to make the client card. We do have an official client best bet that is up, the NBA hidden gem of the day. Again, coming off a 2-0 sweep last night, 10-1 in our last 11 plays. Looking to close out this portion of the regular season, a really strong one. So, encourage you to grab that. We've also got our 5% UFC best bet that is up. Or if you want to take advantage of that 30-day special, everything can be found at wt.buzz/AL. And as always, hit the like button. Helps us out a ton. Leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. You get notified when all of these videos are released to you. Tons of preview videos. We've got our golf preview video that is up. We've got our UFC preview video that is up. And we've got our darts Premier League Night 2 video that is up. Those are just videos just for me. You got all these other handicappers giving you great content that's free. Just subscribe to the channel. All right, that's going to do it for us. Good luck on your plays, and we'll see everyone later.